Well, I'm sure you want to comment on the news that we're just reporting that CBS News has confirmed that that person in the van was the suspect in the mass shootings. And you know what? We have more to learn that that was the suspect who showed up at Lily's.
That is
Is that correct?
Yeah, so, we did. At this point, we don't know if it's the same person, to be completely fair. What we have been doing is we've been showing the photos that were published by the Sheriff's Department of the suspect, and for now, no one here has been able to ID that person. Having said that, before a deadly conflict was thwarted here, this dance studio celebrated its 29th anniversary, and we have a little bit of video of that to show you right now. And what we also want to do, which Pat, you and Leslie, you've been doing, is basically talk about the humanity and the impact that this has had on this community. Because earlier, my colleague Joe Ruiz, one of our videographers, was able to speak to one of the instructors at Lili Ballroom and Studio. His name is Leo Sendejas, and he teaches at both Lili and Star Dance. And he says that the two dance studios have students that go back and forth, like his own father, who is 79 years old. In fact, Mr. Joe Sendejas was taking a class yesterday afternoon at Star Dance before the tragedy, and he says that this dance community in the San Gabriel Valley is very tight. At this point, Sendejas is not certain, but he does believe that people at Star Dance may have reached out to the folks at Lili to give them a heads up about the mass shooting that happened just about 2.5 miles away. This afternoon, Sendejas rushed here from Orange County after he learned about the tragedy. We also spoke to a 79-year-old man who has taken classes at Lili, but first let's hear from Sendejas, who was supposed to teach a class at Lili today.
Nobody knows the gunman. They just released a picture of him a little while ago. I understand it's an Asian gentleman, so I'm hoping this is confirmation that it's not going to be a hate crime. Lord knows we don't need any more of that since COVID. And this is an Asian community. It's an Asian dance studio. And if you guys don't know, most ballroom enthusiasts in America are not Americans. They're Asians and Europeans. So it's a great way to get to know the rest of the world without leaving the United States if you go to a ballroom dance studio. Most of them are 65 and up. Most of them are retired.
Adding to the tragedy definitely affect a lot. I heard some people text message or WeChat to me and say, no, we don't want to go to the too dangerous, So that affect a lot. And I think it affect our heart also. This is just horrible things. This man must be crazy.
So this afternoon, the management here at Lili sent out on social media that classes have been canceled today. The earliest that they will restart is tomorrow. Having said that, the instructors and the students are going to be screened when they go inside. You get the sense from those two gentlemen that you just heard from right now that this is supposed to be a place for fellowship and friendship and exercise and, quite frankly, escapism. So anyone that's going to show up tomorrow, they are going to get a stark reminder of what happened, even though they are trying to kind of escape a little bit, because the moment they get screened, they are confronted with this tragedy that happened just a few miles from here, as well as the trauma of having to, fight off someone with a weapon such as this. We should tell you that this community, even on a Sunday like today, getting off the freeway, driving over here, streets completely emptied. Main Street, Garfield right behind us, completely empty. Normally there is a lot of traffic around here because this is almost like the central hub. It's the downtown area of Alhambra. Certainly very, very quiet. Ladies?
And I can imagine, Jeff, that the reason, well, they want to reopen the dance center and have people come out because this was the year of a big celebration. They were celebrating the year of the rabbit and the year of the cat, if I'm not mistaken. So that's two animals in celebration this year. And to have it start off like this, I'm sure their message is they want people to enjoy and still remember the spirit of the Lunar New Year. And though this has put a damper on a lot of activities, I'm sure, and in the minds of a lot of people, there are those who want the joy and the community to continue, and this would serve as an example.
Yeah, certainly. You know, the spirit of this holiday, oftentimes when you wish someone well on the Lunar New Year, what you are wishing for them is great health, right? And so, you know, and then on top of that, you know, this is also a time of reflection, you know, for a lot of people in Eastern Asian culture or Southeastern Asian culture. You know, the through line for a lot of cultures is this sort of respect for your ancestors, your heritage, right? And so while you are wishing good health for yourself, you know, you also want to kind of reflect from where you came. And, you know, so when you are trying to honor your lineage and honor your ancestors, and then you are confronted with something like this, you know, it's awfully traumatic. You know, we were talking earlier, you know, in terms of the different ways of immigration from Asia to the United States, and whether, you know, you are someone who came here in recent years, or you were a refugee, or someone who came here, you know, more than 100 years ago to basically do hard labor for the transcontinental, you know, rail line. You know, there is a lot of trauma that a lot of these immigrants have dealt with. You know, even like the refugee generation. You know, a lot of people dealt with, you know, civil wars and stuff, and they've come here and they would hope that all of this is put behind them, you know, or people even before that who maybe came from Taiwan, you know, who had to flee mainland China or, you know, deal with that sort of conflict. And so, you know, when you are at what is supposed to be, you know, your golden years, you know, and then you get this sort of like stark reminder of what you had hoped to put behind, you know, it's awfully trying. And so I think that, you know, that's why the leaders in this city, in this community, are very mindful of that. And certainly also, you know, we are in that place in our society where, you know, there is much more of a conversation about mental health, about trauma. And so, you know, I think those are the forces that are working together to kind of, you know, help these folks deal with that, and the community as a whole. You know, like I mentioned, you know, certainly not a lot of people are willing to kind of leave their house right now, even though, you know, they have been told, you know, it's okay, but, you know, it's certainly a tall order for a lot of people of a certain generation.
Yeah, it gives them so much to think about, some unhappiness to think about, and some foreboding. But, you know, we are, as I said, the faith community is very strong, and the rest of the community hopefully is going to help them get through all of this as we learn more information.
Yeah, we learn more information possibly about the suspect. Jeff Nguyen, thank you so much. We'll be checking in with you in a few moments, I'm sure. But again, CBS News.